If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Joseph's Market, Front Street, Waterville, famous for fine meats. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. And by Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good evening. Welcome to Reggie Clark Memorial Field in Skowhegan, where tonight it's Friday Night Lights Skowhegan style as the Skowhegan Riverhawks begin defense of their Class B football championship tonight, taking on the Windham Eagles. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Mike Violet. I'll give you the play-by-play tonight. A.J. Knight is alongside. Galen Neal is our videographer here tonight. And we were here just over 24 hours ago to see the Skowhegan Riverhawks field hockey team open defense of its field hockey championship. The Skowhegan football team only hoping that its opener in defense of its championship goes as well, AJ.
Yeah, I think so, obviously, but I think a 5-0 shutout would be quite the story as well if the Riverhawks could pull that off.
That would be a field goal and a safety.
That would be quite a game. A defensive masterclass. And also, let me just say that in terms of national anthems, 2 for 2, Skowhegan crushing it.
I don't know who the young woman was who sang it tonight, but she was as terrific as Evelyn LaCroix was yesterday. These two teams were both playoff teams a year ago in Class B North. Skowhegan, we know the story there. They won the whole ball of wax. Windham was knocked out in the playoffs by the Lawrence Bulldogs. So there's that. Two teams that played in the playoffs a year ago, back at it here tonight. For Skowhegan, though, everything that was old is gone, including the coach. We have a brand new coach this year, Brad Sear, taking over for Ryan Libby. And essentially, AJ, starting with a brand new pool of talent in players because Skowhegan suffered heavy graduation losses.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it takes even Skowhegan fans to think of the names, the LePages, Savage, McCrae, McEwen. I mean, there was a ton of, and not only did they have those big-time players, they played both ways. So it's not like you just lost one starter. It's almost like you lost in that group of 5 or 6 players, 12 starters.
Exactly. Skowhegan has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. So we're going to see the Skowhegan offense with the football first, and we'll see Jason Obin at quarterback for the Skowhegan Riverhawks. He is a sophomore taking over for Adam Savage, of course. And this offense, which is not an easy offense to run. I assume that Brad Sear, who was on the staff, of course, of Ryan Libby, has kept the same offense in. It is kind of a complicated offense, so we will see right out of the gate what kind of command that Jason Obin has of this offense. Skowhegan is in their black uniforms with the white numerals trimmed in orange, and the Windham Eagles in the white jerseys with what I believe are maroon or burgundy pants. I'm not, of course.
Burgundy. I'm going with burgundy.
Burgundy pants, being colorblind, so it's literally a shot in the dark for me. And ready to kick off for Windham is Finn Smith. And back deep to return for Skowhegan, Robert Van Ettestein is in the middle, and they would like to have him handle the football. Van Ettestein waiting at his own 10-yard line.
A shout out for very readable numbers while you talk about the uniforms.
And here's Finn Smith with a very short kick. That will squib down at the 28, picked up at the 30-31, and busting it outside for Skowhegan, Darren Gilman. And Gilman wrapped up at the 35-yard line. So on the first play from scrimmage of the 2023 season, Skowhegan will begin 1st and 10 from their own 35, so good field position.
Can I ask, because we didn't get to call a ton of football, is the squib kick like the bunt for you in baseball?
Yeah, okay. It is.
I thought so.
Simply don't understand it. It defies all logic. Matt Perkins is a great coach. He has won a state championship at Windham, but I don't understand the validity of a squib kick at all. All right, here's Jason Oben, the sophomore, starting at quarterback with Bryson Howard with him in the backfield. On 1st and 10, man going in motion, that's Austin. Fake handoff, and Oben keeps himself, turns it up over the right side, and manages to squeeze up to the 38, maybe the 39-yard line on the tackle for Windham. Let's see, that was, of course, a player whose number we don't have. Number 8, whomever that is.
Oben, not quite the height of Savage, but man, tree trunk, bowling ball, both I think applicable.
Yep, he's definitely a much squarer build than Adam Savage.
That's a good way to put it.
Who was long and tall at 6'6" and could see so well over the line of scrimmage. So Oben from the shotgun. The running back with him in the backfield, Asher Fitzgerald. Coming in motion is Austin, and we have a whistle before the snap, and this will be an offensive foul, if you will, a foul on the offense. The penalty is illegal procedure, and it is a 5-yard penalty on Skowhegan.
Yeah, worth noting about these two teams, both playoff teams. Skowhegan, obviously, in their state championship run, lost 2 games, including a regular season game to this Windham team.
Right. And a couple of years ago, they played an epic playoff game that Windham won 7-6. And Skowhegan seemingly had the ball inside the 10-yard line of Windham the whole game and just couldn't score other than that one touchdown. All right, 2nd down and about 12 after the penalty, the turn, the give, up the gut, it's Howard. Howard pushes to the 40, so they get the penalty back and more. And a solid gain that is for Bryson Howard, the junior running back, to the 40-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 5. 3rd and 5.
And this is always the big test, right? You got a new QB, especially a sophomore. How comfortable is he, especially game one in the passing offense?
One change that Skowhegan has made last year and prior to that under Coach Libby, they used flashcards and never huddled up. And the quarterback called the play out at the line of scrimmage. Now they are running plays in from the sideline. So that's one difference in their offense for sure. Oben from the shotgun, and we've got more motion. And another penalty on the Riverhawks. So 2 penalties here on this first drive for procedure have cost them 10 yards.
Not good for a young QB trying to get comfortable in the offense. 3rd and 5, kind of manageable. Not looking for, you can run those quick little routes, a slant, a little comebacker. Now 3rd and 10, really going to have to dial up something.
So 3rd and 10 out over the football. Center Ben Stewart, pretty much a new offensive line this year, well, with the LePage boys having graduated. 3rd down and 10. Line of scrimmage is the 35. A flat pass left side incomplete intended for Trevor Austin. And it will be 4th down, and Skowhegan will have to punt. So the Riverhawks had a 3rd and 5. The penalty pushed that back to a 3rd and 10, and now they will have to kick it away. And dropping back to return is Ezra Foster. And Oben does the kicking for Skowhegan as well, standing at the 25. Those of you streaming us at centralmainsports.com and 1160thescore.com could see that he just got it away. And letting it go here is Foster, and it takes a nice Skowhegan bounce and downed at the 25-yard line. So that's where Windham will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Windham playing Class A football again this year. They got moved back up in the realignment. Of course, they played Class A football for a lot of years. Been down in B, 5-4 last year. Tons of injuries. Probably without all those injuries, they're a better football team.
I mean, worth noting again, they beat Skowhegan 14-7. Skowhegan went on to win state.
Garrett Winslow at quarterback. Winslow also a sophomore. So 2 sophomore quarterbacks, 2 receivers to the right. Man in motion, Foster. Foster gets the give, breaks a tackle, turns it upfield, and Foster with flags all over the place is down at the 29-yard line. 1, 2, 3 flags down. That's a lot of laundry, and it's holding on the offense.
So we'll see what that looked like. Both teams obviously losing some talent. The one thing you and I talked about a little bit before we got on the broadcast, Windham, though, much deeper roster.
Yeah, Skowhegan only 31 on the roster right now, and Windham with probably 20 or so more than that. So 10-yard penalty, spot of the foul, and it pretty much sets up a 1st and 20 as the foul was right at the line of scrimmage. So 1st and 20 wide to the left side is Aiden Hansen. The slot man out there is the mysterious number 8. 1 receiver wide to the right. A play fake. Nope, they do hand it off, and it's Marcus Tillery, a big pounding back, and Tillery gets nothing and gets dropped there on a good defensive play by Asher Fitzgerald.
Tillery, one of the returning players who actually had stats on offense. Not one of the big ball. He wasn't the big ball carrier last year, but did have some carries.
He's a big 240-pound back. But Fitzgerald with the stop and a gain of about 4, so it's 2nd and 16. Tillery right to the right of quarterback Garrett Winslow. 2 receivers to the right. Back to throw. Winslow, 2-step drop. Fires right side. Overshoots his man. It went off the fingertips of the intended receiver. And it is incomplete. And it will be 3rd down and 16. That was Foster, the intended receiver, the senior wide receiver. And so it'll be 3rd and 16. So Skowhegan with a chance to get a 3 and out and get the ball right back.
Yeah, it was actually a good pass, just like you said, high. And the touch, not surprising, right? Sophomore first start. Touch going to be something to dial in as you get more comfortable.
Hansen wide to the right, wide to the left. Foster. Slot man as well is number 8. From the shotgun, going in motion, Foster. Back to throw. We got a whistle, and we've got offsides on the defense. So the mistakes for Skowhegan pile up.
Yeah. Only 5-yard varieties, but already 3 penalties for Skowhegan, not even 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Young football team.
That's true. Only
to be expected.
10 seniors on the roster, and you talk about 30, so about 33%, but then you talk about the fact that, again, so many of the seniors last year played 2 ways. How much seasoning do they really have?
Exactly. 3rd and 11 now after the penalties. So 3rd and 11. Foster is wide to the left. 1 running back right to the left there. We've got another penalty, and a foolish one committed by Owen Filardo. Trying to time the snap and rush the passer, and Filardo was called for the offsides.
Yeah, now you go from having them backed up to 3rd and 16, feel pretty good, obviously, about your chances to get the ball back, and now 3rd and 6, much more obviously manageable for this team.
And that is just simple foolishness right there by Filardo. Didn't see a lot of playing time last year, but he did, and you cannot commit that penalty there. So 3rd and 6, they've picked up 10 yards in penalties. On this drive has Windham. 3rd and 6, Foster in motion. Foster handoff inside to Tillery. Tillery breaks the tackle. 1st down and more, 40. Midfield, still on his feet. Look at the speed. And he is run out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Look at the speed from Marcus Tillery. He almost took it home. Tillery all the way to the 36 officially of Skowhegan and a 1st down.
Just turn on the Jets. I mean, like you said, just able to get through pretty cleanly through the muck.
And they spot him officially at the 37-yard line. AJ's doing the math. Want my calculator?
They were at the 20. 34? Where were they at?
No, hold on. We'll figure it out. 1st and 10 here from the 37. Back to throw Winslow. Looking, has the option to run. Now he will tuck it under. He ducks under a tackle, speaking of under. Then gets blasted out of bounds. The ball came out. The ball came out after a 3 or 4 yard gain by Winslow. He ducked his head, avoided a tackler. Then the ball spurted out of there. And he did get down to the 34, so he got 3, but it was almost a disastrous 3.
Yeah, because that punt died at the 20, right?
The punt was downed at the 25.
25, so 10. So they had 6, so that would have been 9.
I've fast-forwarded. 2nd and 7.
24.
All right. 2nd down and 7. The turn, the give to Tillery again. Tillery got a flag down, thrown by the line judge, and Tillery to about the 31. But as they unpile, we have got holding on the offense. So the penalties here on this drive, if you add them all up, 10, 20, 30 yards, 20 for the offense and 10 for the defense.
Looks like two young teams, right, with a newer roster. Skowhegan, obviously, I think much more inexperienced in terms of just the lack of snaps.
So holding on the offense, the second hold on this drive costs them 10. 2 penalties for 20 yards now on Windham. And this will back them up to the 44, where it will be 2nd down and about 17. 2nd and 17. Foster's wide to the left. Wide to the right is Briggs. All by himself in the backfield is Winslow. Nope. Tillery was there. He was being hidden by Winslow, and Tillery gets the snap. And the direct snap, sort of a wildcat play with the quarterback in the backfield, and Tillery, a nice run right up the middle down to the 32. So Tillery picks up some solid yardage there, about 10.
Just a quick jitterbug. I mean, Windham doing a nice job opening up a few holes for him, and he doesn't need much daylight to start scattering.
So 3rd and about 7. 3rd and 7 at the 32. Winslow, a fake handoff. He'll keep it himself. Winslow pounds it inside. Actually, no, that's not Winslow. That's number 8. And if anybody knows who number 8 is on Windham, let me know. Because we don't have him on our roster. I would like to be able to say his name. He checks out of the game. And Garrett Winslow back in at quarterback. So he got Tobias Perkins. Thank you very much. So Tobias Perkins. Okay. He was either 4 or 8. So obviously in the white uniforms, he is number 8. So Tobias Perkins sets up a 4th and 1. 4th and 1 at the 27. Under center is Winslow. Perkins is the deep back in the eye. On 4th and 1, the turn, he gets the give, tries to bounce outside. He won't get there. Jumping up to make the stop. Akeo Fairley was in there initially, and Fairley led the charge, and Skowhegan able to come up big on 4th down, and they cause Windham to turn it over on downs.
That just great penetration you saw there in the replay. Take another quick look here as Skowhegan gets set up and just know we're going for Tillery. Great penetration there. They were all over that.
So 1st and 10 the other way. Skowhegan takes over at their own 30 after a drive that started for them with a couple of penalties and petered out. They had to punt. And I don't think that Jason Oben was ready for that snap from Ben Stewart. He got it anyway, and in the process, another procedure penalty. That is the 3rd for Skowhegan here in the first period.
A false start on center? Everybody else
I would
stood
say
still?
that was on Stewart, yep. So a false start, 3 for 15 on illegal procedures against Skowhegan.
5 total penalties for 25 yards for the Riverhawks.
Brad Sear out of the field with a quick word for the official, the referee. So 1st and 15 at the 25. Oben with Howard in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They're going to run it up the middle. The give, nope, he kept it himself. He bounces outside, and Oben fooled the defense and me. And gets up to the 32-yard line. So a solid gain there of about 7.
And how about that? Made sure defense knew he was running the ball afterwards. Lowered that shoulder.
Jason Oben showing some power there. So he picks up 7. It will be 2nd down and 7. 6:10 to go in the first quarter. No score. Windham and Skowhegan in the regular season opener here at Reggie Clark Field in Skowhegan. 2nd down and 7. Going in motion. Austin across the formation. Oben. Little shovel pass. Up now to Howard. Howard hit and clobbered there by Perkins. It looked like he had a step, and then all of a sudden Perkins was right there. So Tobias Perkins jumps up, stops that play cold at the 36.
As I like the play design because they took all the skill position players off that far side or near side to us, and so that shovel pass you set up to get the defensive end moving upfield. Unfortunately, though, good follow-up, good commitment by the Windham defense.
So 3rd and 5, Perkins read that one very well. Wide to the right side for Skowhegan, Clark Frederick. 3 men in the backfield. As Oben awaits the snap here, 3rd and 5. They will go up the middle to Howard, and Howard is stuffed. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, he might have lost a yard on that. Man,
Briggs Valaire on the stop.
Give him 1. He fell forward for 1.
All right, that is charitable. So it is 4th down and about 5. And Jason Oben will punt it away again. Back to return again is Ezra Foster. Oben just got it away the first time. One hopper, and he just barely got it away, and it's caught by an up man. It might be returned for a touchdown. Perkins is going to score. How about that? He would have been better off if it had been blocked. He got the punt off. It was a low-line drive, and Tobias Perkins happened to be right there and pretty much had an open field down the left sideline. A quirky play for sure, and Windham leads it 6-0 on a punt return for a touchdown by Tobias Perkins. That was absolutely wacky.
That you see anything? You've been doing this a minute. You see anything like that?
I haven't. David Rizkala with the extra point attempt. Out of the Perkins hold, snap good, ball down, drives it up plenty of length, and it is up and good. I have never seen anything quite like that. Rizkala adds the 7th point on the board. And it is 7-0 Windham on a punt return for a touchdown. I'm not sure if you had the replay on that.
I did. Got a little bit long one, but I'll show it to you again.
Can you let me know exactly where Perkins was or try to when he caught the ball, please?
All right, so we'll see here. You get to see the setup. This one's a smidge long, but this wacky may not describe this quite enough. Low snap. He was literally standing on the 40.
Okay, so a 40-yard return.
Yes, sir.
So a 40-yard punt return for a touchdown. Boy, and that'll smack you right in the gut, won't it, if you're Skowhegan? But we saw possible problems with the punt team on the first punt, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, Windham had to have felt the breeze, if not just, as that ball looked like it was going to get blocked. And that one, the snap is low, and you're not giving Auburn a lot of time to punt already, and that just throws it all off, and he rushes and just heads up play by Perkins to catch that.
It was. I mean, that ball was on him in no time. Here is Finn Smith to kick off again. And this time he drives it. And deep it is Venetestein at the 11 to the 15 to the 20. Up the middle, breaks a tackle 25 or the 30. Still going. Nice return there by Robert Venetestein up to the 37-yard line. And Skowhegan with good field position. 1st and 10 from their own 37, trailing 7-0.
Yeah, so I think that one's one of the ones like, yeah, that never happens ever. Wipe that one from your memory. Let's go back to the drawing board here. We got this. Let's clean up the penalties. I think you'll be all right running the ball.
That would sure help. 1st and 10 for Jason Oben, the sophomore, taking over for Adam Savage, who was a 3-year starter here in Skowhegan. And Ben Stewart out over the football. Wide to the right side for the Riverhawks is Frederick. Austin is the slot man. Wide to the left side is Drake Tracy. Open on first down. They will rush 4. He'll keep it himself. Left side, open, head down. Not much there. Good job leading the charge for the defense was Byron Rubito, wearing number 58, and a gain of a yard. 2nd and 9. Tonight's game brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
It kind of seemed like Windham playing downhill, right? I think you're seeing it right there on that play. They're not going to react. They're just going to start running downhill.
All right, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 3 down linemen for the Windham Eagles and Matt Perkins. 2nd down and 9. Oben in the gun. Direct snap, back to throw. Surveys the field, lobs it left side, has a man, and it's incomplete, intended for Tracy. Around the 30-yard line. He flashed open for a second, but the ball a little bit overthrown, and so it is incomplete and 3rd and long.
Yeah, he had Tracy there. That one of the ones you want to put it on the sideline so either your guy catches it, goes out of bounds. He's lucky the safety a little bit late because that one dropped on the inside of the route. But Tracy was open.
Stops the clock. 3:34 left in the first. It's 7-0 Windham. We're back here again on Tuesday, believe it or not, for boys soccer. Lawrence and Skowhegan. Game time is 3 o'clock.
Lawrence and Skowhegan, you got to make time. But we're going to feature all the teams or see them all.
We are broadcasting live from the Skowhegan campus this year, apparently. 3rd and 9. I promise we're going to get other schools on our incredible Score sports schedule, which you can find at 1160thescore.com. Ben Epstein, the pitch out. No, check that. It's Mulcahy with a pitch out. There's a flag down. Avden Mulcahy in the game, and a flag was thrown as Mulcahy just planted his foot to turn the corner, and guess what? It's on Skowhegan.
Yeah,
it's a holding call.
I figured trying to turn that edge there, Skowhegan.
So they're going to refuse it, which is what I thought they might do. So the penalty is refused, and Matt Perkins will force Skowhegan to punt on 4th and about 7 at the 40 because punting has been way too interesting so far.
That is a fact. We've seen one almost blocked and then one
that appeared like it was blocked, and it wasn't.
Knuckleballed for for a touchdown.
All right, let's see. Oben in punt formation, standing at his 30. Single safety is back. Better snap this time, not a great punt, end over end, and letting it go is Foster. And it rolls out of bounds around the 29-yard line. So at least they got it away, and with the roll, it got out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Windham here with, as we check the score and the scoreboard, brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 3 minutes exactly to go in the first. 7-0 Windham.
You see, I think Auburn rushed that one. Like you said, line drive got a decent bounce, though. Skowhegan played, I think, solid defense except for just that one big play. And then you get the 4th down stop, so you keep the points off the board.
So a 3 and out for Skowhegan. 1st and 10. Handoff up the gut. Look out. Tillery is dangerous. There he goes. He may take it to the house. They aren't going to catch him. Tillery, touchdown. 71 yards. Marcus Tillery flashed open down the left side, and once he got there, he was long gone and hard to find.
Speed kills, I believe is the saying. Is it not, Mike?
It does.
And Tillery there, just the same as his other big run. This time he was just able to outrun the pursuit.
One play for the drive for Windham. So they have scored on a weird punt return and a one-play drive, 71 yards for the score. Here's Finn Smith for the conversion. Flag down, it's blown dead. The kick is good, but it does not count. So Skowhegan under siege here. Is the penalty on Skowhegan, so it will count. So the kick is good by Rizkala. So I take it back. And so, with 2:49 left in the first quarter, it's Windham 14 and Skowhegan nothing.
To this point, with both obviously inexperienced quarterbacks, take a look at the Tillery run again. You're going to get a little bit long here. But both quarterbacks, right? Running game going to be your friend. Can you take the pressure off both these QBs, which are sophomores, starting their first game? And to this point, Tillery's been able to.
He sure has.
And worth noting, I actually put in my notes, and I could show it to you if you don't believe me, but one of the things I thought stood out was that Windham had several senior offensive and defensive linemen. I think we're seeing that both sides, right? We see the run blocking, but on the other side, Skowhegan not really finding any running lanes.
That'll help, that's for sure. It's always good to have veteran linemen.
Tillery, sorry, real quick, Tillery, by the way, 5 carries, 107 yards.
He's already over a century. All right, so back to return. Van Edelstein is in the middle on the near side. Miller Foss on the far side for the Riverhawks is Darren Gilman. And ready to kick it off yet again is Finn Smith, his third kickoff here. And he drives it high and deep. And back to get it, Van Edelstein at the 4, to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, up the middle, head down. And he is able to get the 23-yard line. And that's where Skowhegan will begin. 1st and 10 from their own 23. Trying to stop the bleeding here and at least get a couple of first downs and get your defense some time on the bench. But 14-0, and we haven't even played 10 minutes here in the first.
Yeah, I think for Skowhegan, one of the things I always advocate, we get a new season. I know you're building confidence with quarterbacks, some short throws. They tried that screen, tried just to make Windham see something different defensively.
All right, let's see what they can come out with here. Tracy wide to the left, wide to the right side is Frederick. Oben in the shotgun with Howard as his back. On 1st and 10 from the 23. To the right, gets a block, and guess what? There's a flag down.
I think you can see the difference, right? Because anytime Skowhegan tries to get the edge, I'm going to guess is a hold. We'll see, but it hold.
Yep, you're right, and that's good analysis there. Every time they've gone to the edge, it has been trouble tonight, and you try to seal off people, but sometimes you get grabby, especially when you're young and you're under pressure a little bit. So, a 10-yard penalty for holding. And Skowhegan with, 25 yards of penalties.
That should make it 35, I believe.
Okay. 10, 20.
Yeah, 3 false starts, 2 encroachments, and now holding.
Okay. Yep, you're right. 35 total. I missed one of the encroachment penalties. So 1st and 20 here from the 13-yard line. They'll run it, keep it right up the middle, and nothing there for Howard. He gets greeted rudely by the middle of that Windham defense, leading the charge for Windham, Byron Robido. We have called his name more than once. He is a stud.
Yeah, again, Windham really stout, I think, at in the front 7, and again, playing downhill and just daring Skowhegan to come up with something. And to this point, Skowhegan even trying to get on the edge, as we said, has caused penalties. And you got 2 sophomore quarterbacks in this game. Their passing game's going to develop as the season goes.
2nd and 16, wide to the right side for Skowhegan. Caden Pelletier, he's a freshman. Slot man out there is Austin. Oben in the shotgun. Oben goes in motion. Direct snap, running it left side is Oben. Has some blockers in front. Can he get it outside? No, sir. He can't. And once again, in on the stop was Byron Rubido. Also in on the stop for Windham was Briggs Valier.
It looked like Austin, he came in motion and then kind of ran that pitch option, and then Oben didn't pitch it. And I don't think that surprised me because you're trying to build some comfort. But an interesting wrinkle if you are comfortable running that option.
So 3rd and long. It is 3rd and 14. Skowhegan looking for some kind of spark here. Hate to give up the football, but it's 3rd and 14. Oben from the gun, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 3 down linemen for Windham. Pass to the right. It is caught out there by Austin, but man, the coverage is spectacular. On the tackle, Briggs Valier. Nowhere to go for the receiver, Austin, after making the catch, and it's 4th and long again.
That credit to Windham, right? The Skowhegan trying to get that screen out there, suck up the defense, but Windham playing discipline there to just right where they needed to be.
Jason Oben getting way too much punting practice, standing at his 6. Stewart, the long snapper. Snap is good. A better kick, but a line drive returned by Foster. Breaks a tackle, 40, outside to the 35, inside to the 30. Great moves. And Foster sachets down to the 26.
Special teams, Wyndham's friend tonight.
Whew, that was a nice run in traffic there by Ezra Foster.
Yeah, I think it's talking about line drive gives him a chance to react maybe before the coverage gets down there, but still, obviously, no clean field there, and he did a nice job.
So Windham with great field position at the Skowhegan 27. After the punt, and it is 1st and 10, 16 seconds left in the first quarter, dominated by the Eagles. Ball on the right hash. Here is Garrett Winslow. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Winslow, back to throw. Surveys, down the middle, wide open, and it's caught there for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal to go. Ezra Foster right in the middle of the defense. Winslow picked him up, and it's going to be goal to go at the 5.
Just a nice jump ball there.
22-yard pass play. That's what it was, AJ. And that's going to run the clock out for the first quarter. 1 done. It's been all Windham here in Skowhegan. The score, the Windham Eagles 14, Skowhegan Riverhawks nothing. This is high school football on the score.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our videographer is Galen Neal. We're back here live at Reggie Clark Memorial Field in Skowhegan. It is 14-0 in favor of Windham, and the Eagles are in business here after getting a punt return down to the 27-yard line. They ripped off a fine pass play of 22 yards. They've got it 1st and goal now at the 5, threatening to blow this one wide open early.
That first completion as well from Windham. Pretty
All
good
right.
one to have.
Yep, it was a nice one to have. Winslow under center with a full house backfield, and we've got a whistle and a timeout is called by Windham. Matt Perkins had a player run out late as they were breaking huddle. I think that kind of threw everything off. So that gives us time to tell you that tonight's game is brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online at cmautogroup.com.
Tillery, man.
He's the story.
Him and I think both offensive and defensive line. That would be the other thing for Windham.
I think Brad Libby may be saying Tillery, man, in his sleep tonight.
Find number 2. How about Windham, though? Only, 1 of 2, so it's not like they've dropped back and passed, but big play, big moment there, and they felt confident enough to let the sophomore take the shot before the end of the first.
Yep, and a fine pass delivered down the middle, right there to Foster, who flashed open. 1st and goal at the 5. 1st and goal at the 5. Winslow under center. Again, they come out full house backfield with Foster. Or check that, Tillery dotting the I, and Tillery will take it into the end zone easily for the touchdown. That Tillery, man.
His second on the day, 6 carries, 112 yards.
So Tillery with a 5-yard run after a 71-yard run in the first quarter. And it's 20-0 pending Rizkala's attempt at the extra point.
And I think that Tillery would have been my guess who gets the ball, but I think that's a nice play design because it's against a Skowhegan team, right, that's inexperienced. You show them a lot of eye candy and see how disciplined they can stay.
So a 27-yard field makes it awfully easy for the offense. Perkins to hold. The extra point is up, and it is good. Rizkala is 3 for 3, and the Windham Eagles have blown out to a 21-0 lead, one play into the first quarter. And Skowhegan desperately in need of some kind of offense to stop the bleeding here and slow this game down, because it has gotten away from this young Skowhegan team here early.
Yeah, your point, at this point, just first down, right? Just get a first down and then just trying to sustain a drive.
Yep. So after the punt and the return by Foster, a short field, 27-yard drive, 22 on one pass play to Foster, then Tillery rolls in from 5 yards out, and it is 21-0.
Kick return's been positive for Skowhegan tonight. Done a nice job on that.
Unfortunately, they've had plenty of practice.
Yeah. Was there a penalty?
No. Nope. So Smith will kick off. Here's the kick. And it is picked up at the 10 to the 15, and to the outside it's Venetestein, and not much room to run there. He does get over the 20. And Venetestein is ruled down about the 21-yard line.
For Skowhegan here, I mentioned it before, but, first down, screen play, maybe just a short comeback, a slant, not really, because I think there's going to be a lot of traffic. Wyndham's defensive line is good, so you want to, that flare screen, a running back pop out, something like that, an easy throw to just – you hadn't had success running outside. You've gotten caught holding. I think taking a shot like that, I think, would be something simple for the Skowhegan offense.
Yep, 1st and 10 from the 21 for Skowhegan. Oben turns, the handoff, and a spinning run up the gut that will get Skowhegan about 5 yards. Bryson Howard on the carry, picks up about 5, one of the better plays for Skowhegan tonight. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. I think I need to correct myself on the conversions for Windham. I've been saying that it was David Rizkala. I was looking at the wrong roster. It's Finn Smith who has converted all 3, so my bad there. I will try.
First game of the season.
And be better. Senior moment for sure. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 for Oben and the Skowhegan offense. The turn, the handoff, a bounce to the outside, but nowhere to go for Aiden Mulcahy. Grabbed by the jersey after a short gain of about a yard. And it'll be 3rd, we'll call it 3.
That's running into that teeth of that Windham defense. That front 7 has been very stout tonight. That carry, by the way, gives Skowhegan now 10 carries for 33 yards.
So 3rd and 3, Bryson Howard coming back in, and Mulcahy coming out. Howard is a junior, Mulcahy a sophomore. So 3rd and 3. One receiver to the right, 2 men in the backfield there with Oben. On 3rd and 3, they'll give it to the big guy, Howard, and he chugs up, and he's going to be oh so close. Howard pounded up. Daniel Mitchell at the bottom of the pile, and Mitchell may be hurt. We've got a whistle and a timeout as he is down. Daniel Mitchell, a senior linebacker.
I wonder if he just kind of got caught in the pile there.
Yeah, he bounced up pretty fast, so I think he's going to be fine. Got to leave the field for at least a play. So let's take a look at this and see. Did they give him a first? They did.
Yeah,
so a first down. There it is. First down of the night for Skowhegan. So 1st and 10. So there's that now. That has now been checked off. 1st and 10 for the Riverhawks. 10 minutes to go in the first half. They trail 21-0.
Yeah, see, that wasn't so hard, so now just do it again.
Frederick will go wide to the left. Wide to the right is Tracy for Jason Oben. Running back is Mulcahy on 1st and 10. Pitch to Mulcahy. Looking for a block. Bounces to the outside. He is stacked up by a flock of eagles. Is that what they call a bunch of eagles? Or do they call them a bunch of eagles?
I think it's a flock, isn't it?
A flock of eagles? It's a flock of seagulls, of course, the famous flock of seagulls.
One of the greatest hairstyles of the 80s.
Yes.
The lead singer.
A gain of,
I think,
about
nothing.
Half a yard. They were charitable and gave him about a football length gain.
That was a hard chugging half a yard.
What do they call it? A gaggle of goose? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, murder of crows.
A murder of crows.
Never forget that one.
That's right. 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10. It was just too many eagles, that's for sure, whatever you call it.
A bunch for sure.
All right, in the shotgun, Oben waiting for the snap, and timeout is called by Skowhegan. A timeout on the field, and let's check the time. Brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at Midstate USA. 8:49 to go in the first quarter, and it's 21-0 Windham.
Yeah, if you see in the formation there, we'll see if Windham comes out in the same defensive one there, but right before the timeout, 10 men for that Windham defense within 5 yards.
Yep. And that might have spooked Skowhegan and Coach Sear a little bit, because all of a sudden you're looking at literally everyone coming at you.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Windham just playing downhill, not really reacting so much, just assuming that they're going to need to fill gaps because it's going to be mostly runs, and they're challenging and going to leave their corner and safety on an island because they're basically playing a 10-man box.
2nd and 10. When play resumes. Tonight's game is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com, also our halftime sponsor. Halftime coming up, and one of the things we'll do at the half is run down the schedule of games tonight and any partial scores we can find.
Yeah.
And that'll all be brought to you by Hammond Lumber. 2nd and 10. Oben. Handoff to the big guy, Howard. Not going to be able to get outside. Breaks a tackle, but again, way too many Eagles going to the football, led by the guy who's led the charge tonight, Byron Rubito.
Yeah, just a gaggle, a bunch of them. Too many Eagles.
So it is 3rd and 10.
I think it was a generous no gain, you ask me, but just Skowhegan they can't turn the corner. They just can't get out of the pursuit of the Windham defense.
There have been white jerseys in the way. 3rd and 10. Wide to the right, Frederick. Wide to the left side is Tracy. Oben in the gun. Looking for some blocking here. Back to throw. Has a little bit of time. Fires it deep right side. Underthrown and picked off at the 41-yard line. The ball was underthrown and picked off by Ezra Foster. So our first turnover of the game, and Windham causes it. Foster with the pick, and it's first down for the Eagles at their own 41.
Yeah, just not, as you see there on the replay, not a good throw. I mean, they were double coverage, 100%. They had that receiver completely bracketed.
Yeah, if you're going to throw that ball, you got to throw it deeper to the outside. Yep. So 1st and 10, Windham officially at the 42, not the 41, so 42-yard line. That's where the drive starts. 1st and 10 from the 42. They lead 21-0. 7:53 to go in the first half. Winslow going to throw it down the left sideline. Man is there, and he overshoots him. Open, flashing there, Adrian Moody, a sophomore. And he was there at about the 30-yard line, but the ball overthrown. And it is a long incompletion, 2nd and 10.
And good look, right? You put it right where you just talked about. throw it either to your guy or so far nobody can catch it. But the other thing that does is it makes Skowhegan play a little bit honest, right? They want to cheat up against especially Tillery, but now Windham shows we'll throw it.
Well, let's see if number 2 gets it now. He's in the backfield. Right to the right of quarterback Garrett Winslow, 2nd and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Skowhegan rushing 4. Rolling right side Winslow, and he overshoots his man Perkins in the flat at the 48.
Little surprise. Maybe a chance to just kind of get a little bit deeper in the playbook, but a little bit surprising to go this quickly to, all right, running's been working. Let's try throwing it 2 straight downs.
Well, you want to keep using Tillery, I think, until they can stop him.
Yes.
But, also maybe Matt Perkins sees the opportunity here to get a sophomore quarterback some reps throwing the ball. So, as usual, there are 2 sides to every story.
It's true. Both those, though, you see the touch.
3rd and 10. Direct snap. This is to Tillery. Look out, Tillery midfield. Tillery over the 50-yard line, close to the stick. And it will set up, I think, a very makeable 4th down attempt that I'm assuming Windham up 21-0 will go for.
How about Tillery? Man, he goes from 0 to 60 in a hurry, doesn't he?
He's a quick one. Winslow over to Matt Perkins to get the play call.
A great look here as you get to, that's just right down the line from our camera, about a football length and a half.
Full house backfield on 4th down and 1. The turn, the give to Tillery got hit, and I don't think he got it. They handed it to Tillery, not exactly a power back.
Ooh, no.
And where that spot is, they don't have it, or do they? Well,
on the replay, and I'll show it, run it one more time here while we wait, because I think we're going to get a measurement.
Feel free.
You watch the ball, but I think Tillery hits down before he extends here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. I think he's short. I think that's a pretty good spot.
All right, there's what you think, and then there's where they put the ball. So let's close in on this measurement here. They stretch it, and he didn't get it.
So 2 4th down attempts, no bueno.
Yep, so Skowhegan with the football.
Some of their best field, is that's got to be their best starting field position,
It is.
right?
1st and 10 from their own 48 on downs. Skowhegan takes over, so the defense does the job. They made a play on 4th down, 1st and 10 the other way. 6:50 to go in the first. It is 21-0 Windham.
Bomb down the near sideline, calling it.
Let's see. Jason Oben out with the play. 1st and 10 for Skowhegan at their own 48.
The other thing, too, at this point of the field, barring penalties, obviously, or sacks, is you're going to have 4 downs.
Tracy wide to the right, 2 to the left. The running back is Howard on 1st and 10. Oben with the direct snap, drifts to the left, little shovel pass, and that's incomplete. That's a pass, and it's incomplete. Howard was the intended recipient of said shovel pass, and he could not reach back and get it. 2nd and 10. Again, execution there by the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, I think you see a little jittery feet as that play. Obviously, you want to suck that defensive end up because you want to run as they do the pull there from the guard. Missed him. Luckily, too, that's a dangerous pass, too, because while it is an incompletion, if a defensive lineman got his wits about him, that's right in the breadbasket.
Indeed, kind of like that punt was to Tobias Perkins.
Yes.
2nd and 10. 6:46 to go in the second quarter. 2 men in the backfield there with Oben, 1 receiver right, 1 to the left, and 8 men up. The turn, the hands, and nowhere to go for the ball carrier there. I believe Aiden Mulcahy. No, it's Bryson Howard, number 2 on the carry, and Howard got about half a yard, and so it'll be 3rd and 9, and Skowhegan has been in 3rd and 9 or 3rd and long all game long.
Yeah, they're 1 for 6 on the night with 3rd down conversions with a 7th one coming.
3rd and just less than 10. Clock running 6:10. Oben with the play call. Skowhegan breaking the huddle. Wide to the right side is Austin. Actually, wide to the right side is Tracy. Austin is the slot man. Wide to the left side is Clark Frederick. On 3rd down and 10. Man coming in motion, that's Austin. The turn, the handoff, is it? No, it's kept there on the play by the quarterback and breaking a tackle. And a solid run by Oben, and it sets up what will, I am sure, be a 4th down attempt because Oben powered it big time, and let's see, maybe they got it.
I think on that spot, he's gonna get about 10.5.
So Jason Oben with what is the best play of the night for Skowhegan. Yeah, they're taking a look at it.
Now the marker on the far side says 4th. Not a straight shot, but based on where the ball is, I feel like.
Well, they're not even going to measure it, so they're saying it's about, I'd say, not a yard, maybe 2/3 of a yard, so maybe 2 feet.
One of those big running backs, or maybe, how about a bush push?
All right, Howard in the backfield. Behind Oben. 4th down. He gets the give. He got stacked up and pulled back, and he didn't get it. On the play defensively, Griffin Morrow. All kinds of surge there by Windham, and Skowhegan cannot convert on a very makeable 4th and short, and they turn it over to Windham.
Yeah, on that, I think, obviously you're comfortable with Oben running it. I think don't hand it off, because then you just give the defense a chance to further get upfield. Snap and go.
There's something to be said for that. I think you can lobby for that. And Oben certainly appears to be strong enough to make a play. Instead, it goes in the other direction. 1st and 10 for Skowhegan. 1st and 10 for Windham. Skowhegan trailing 21-0. And now something about where the ball was set.
A little discussion here, because let's guess we'll take a look. I can show you the replay again of that last carry.
All right, so they have 2 footballs out there. Why, I have no idea.
I think there's discussions, Skowhegan making the case based on the spot. They feel like they should have the ball. Now they're moving the spot, it looks like. Wait. Okay.
All right.
So I think the Skowhegan ball was out there, but the Windham ball was also out there.
All right, so the ball is set. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. The turn, the snap, the give. On 1st down, it goes to Tillery. Marcus Tillery, who's had a big game so far, over the 45 to the 46, a short gain of about 3. Clock running, 4.5 to go in the first half. 21-0 Windham.
Tillery now at 124 yards, 2 touchdowns on 9 carries.
He's had a night.
He had 24 yards and 71. 71 will make that average look nice.
Sure will. Wide to the right side is Ezra Foster. He's been a big factor tonight. Perkins, the slot man, he's been a big factor tonight. Winslow in the gun. 2nd down and 7. Back to throw is the sophomore quarterback. He checks off right flat. It's Valier. Valier bounces outside. 45 still on his feet. And hog-tied down there, but not before he got a 1st down. In on the stop there for the Skowhegan Riverhawks, Owen Falardo, but a 1st down into Skowhegan real estate at the 46. And we've got a man down in front of the Skowhegan bench from Skowhegan. So an injury timeout, and we will take one too. 3:49 to go. Well, wait a minute. The man is getting up, so hang on. Skowhegan players sitting up. And now they're going to, I believe, get a timeout. So we do have time to take a timeout. 3:49 to go in the first half. All Windham so far. Windham 21, Skowhegan nothing. Back after this on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Okay, the injured player for Skowhegan was Robert Van Ettestein, and Van Ettestein, as we went to break, got up and walked off the field under his own power, so doesn't appear to be seriously injured.
He was holding his arm, though.
Yep, he did definitely favor that arm. And so here we go, 1st and 10 at the 46 of Skowhegan for Windham. Winslow in the gun, rides it in the belly of Valliere. Valliere cuts to the inside after I think the play was designed to go off left tackle, and he turns it upfield for 5 or 6. On the tackle there for Skowhegan, Ben Linkletter. And now we've got a penalty. Holding is the call here on Windham. So that's a break for the Riverhawks.
Oh, that was a solid gain there. Would have been second and manageable. Instead, they're going to go back on their own side of the 50.
So Windham with the penalty. That's their second holding call of the game. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It'll set them back to their own 46. And 1st and 20. Fog settling in on the edges of Reggie Clark Field, which is not unusual here. We are in a valley. 1st and 20. 3 minutes left in the first half. Direct snap. This is Marcus Tillery, and Tillery tears it up to the 40. He may be gone. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Marcus Tillery.
54 yards.
A 54-yard scamper to go along with his 71-yard touchdown dash, and it's 27-0 Windham.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about my chances if I can hand the ball off to number 2. I got to be honest.
Boy, when he gets an open flash, it is all over.
Not only that, you talk about a defense with inexperience, right? He just outruns angles, too.
Finn Smith to attempt the conversion. Tobias Perkins to hold. Snap good. Ball is down, driven right up and through. So Smith converts 4 out of 4. And Windham has blown the lead up to 28-0 after that 54-yard run by Tillery.
As you watch the replay here, good look at the fog, too, FYI. But you watch the replay here on our video stream, you just see, again, he just explodes into that second level as he takes that direct snap. And then just bad angles. Oben had a chance. You see a missed tackle there in the safety level, and then you get him to the sideline. He's going to beat you in a foot race.
And he sure did. And so it is 28-0. And if you had written a script for Skowhegan for the worst possible start, this would be it.
Van Ettestein in a sling.
Okay, so while he did get up and get off the field under his own power, that has got not good news, and now he is walking. I don't know if we can get a shot of him, Galen. Number 3 down to our left. If you can get a shot of Van Ettestein right there as he leaves the field. So I would think that we have seen the last of Robert Van Ettestein, a tough loss for Skowhegan, the senior. Big part of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, my big worry when he came off the field, he was holding his arm still.
Short kick at the 16. Up the middle is Miller Foss, and Foss is over the 25 to the 27-yard line. And so that's where Skowhegan will start, 1st and 10.
He's looking for some positivity, just some momentum. It's a positive play to start.
So 1st and 10 for Skowhegan. Trailing here 28-0. Jason Oben. Out to the huddle. Twins to the right, 1 to the left. On 1st and 10, Skowhegan from its own 27. Direct snap, handoff to the running back Howard, and he is stacked up, and that's been the story of the night.
Yeah, one of those things, right, where you hope you pound it, pays dividends later, but I don't know. Windham's done a nice job stopping Skowhegan from gaining. I think they've got 1 first down on the night.
They do. So no gain, 2nd and 10.
That's also the 4th straight rush with for no gain for
Skowhegan.
Howard, yeah. Howard specifically.
Official time left, 2 minutes. Brought to you by Midstate Machine. Here we go, 2nd and 10. In the shotgun is Oben. Back to throw, flips it left side. Ball is caught out there by Fairley, and Fairley able to get up over the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So a KO Fairley. A pretty decent gain. They spot him down at the 39. And that'll be a first down.
Nice little flip pass there. Nothing to it, just trying to get a swing pass out there, get somebody in space. First time Skowhegan's been able to operate on those sidelines.
So a KO Fairley, the senior, first catch of the night.
Yeah, 3 of 7 for Oben for 12 yards.
1st and 10. Minute 10 left. Oben. The turn, the handoff, and it goes up the middle, and it's Asher Fitzgerald, the senior, and Fitzgerald smashes up to about the 45, so a good gainer there. And a timeout is taken by Skowhegan with 1:03 left in the first half, trailing 28-0, but a little bit of life here on this drive.
Well, seeing a couple different players we have yet to see thus far. Fairley makes that catch. That was the first carry there as well, and 16 yards on 2 straight plays.
So something to work on there. So Skowhegan burns a timeout. Their first. So they've got 1:03 left to work with, 56 yards to go, and 2 timeouts to do it in. So let's see what Brad Sear can come up with here, his first night as a head coach.
I like the flip-out play, the previous one. Just real simple. Nice job by Oben, too, as well, to get it over the defender because there was an outstretched arm there that he had to get it up and over.
He did.
And Fairley just able to work in some space, something positive to build on. It's a simple throw, right, to build his confidence.
This is The Score, Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, Skowhegan, Waterville, Augusta, the place for local sports. Ready to roll here, or Windham is at least. 2nd and 5. Let's see what Brad Sear calls here on 2nd down. He's got trips to the right, 1 to the left. Fitzgerald, the running back. 4-man rush, and it's a quick shovel pass. Fitzgerald cuts to the inside, but can't break beyond the wave there, and he only gets back about a yard or so. No, excuse me, he got 4. He gets within a yard of the first down, or did he get the first down? It's awfully close.
Ooh, yeah. They're gonna.
Meantime, the clock is running, and Skowhegan's losing valuable time here. Why not take the timeout if you've got it? 3rd down and 1, and then instead they commit a penalty.
That confusion there, I think the coaching staff was wondering if they were going to get a measurement and then just discombobulated.
And they get a break because it's on the defense. So that penalty's on the defense, so they catch a major break, although I don't know why they're not or didn't use a timeout. So a 5-yard penalty on Windham for offside. So that helps. That gives them a free first. And it's 1st and 10 at the 47. 2 timeouts left, 27 seconds to work with. Oben in the gun. Tripped right. Direct snap, back to throw. Screen pass set up. No, it's not a screen. It's over the middle. The ball thrown. And it is caught by Fairley. Yes. Caught by Fairley. 21 seconds left. They run up. They can't start the clock, and now they won't. There is a timeout called by Skowhegan. I was going to say they can't start the clock until the ball is officially set. Brad Sear with a preemptive strike. Timeout number 2 taken by Skowhegan with 21 seconds left.
Nice dig there by Fairley. Had to go down to secure that one. Good for, I think, 14 yards. So he's got 2 for 25, both on this drive.
So Akeo Fairley, the senior tight end, having an impact. Makes a big catch. So Skowhegan with 21 seconds to work with. Coming up at halftime, brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. We'll take a look at the schedule tonight and any out-of-town scores we can grab from social media.
Eventually, we'll just have everybody at those games.
Sure.
Just be a full staff.
We'll have them feathered out all over the state. You know, back in the day, the TV stations, when they had much bigger crews, now basically TV stations are 1- and 2-man crews, but they had crews that were going out all over the place, and they were doing that kind of thing. Now, even though there are Friday night highlight shows led by our friend Dave Eads, Friday Night Lights, Dave does most of the getting of highlights himself.
Including a field hockey highlight.
Yes, that he had last night, celebrating Paula Dowdy's 600th career victory. We got some FaceTime on not only CBS 13, but ABC 7 in Bangor as well. Thanks to Dave for that. 1st and 10 from the 21. Trips right. 3 down linemen, back to throw. Over the middle or over the right side, it's Oben. Oben with the throw to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald spins, and Fitzgerald burning 8 seconds off the clock. And they move the sticks. Do they have time to either spike it or get a playoff? The clock is starting now. 10 seconds to go. Bad snap. Handled there by Oben. Oben shoots it for the end zone. Up for grabs. It's picked off. It is intercepted just shy of the goal line. The easy intercept there by Tobias Perkins. A bad snap. Oben actually recovered from that. Lobbed it down the middle of the field, but it was thrown up for grabs. It was picked off, and Windham ends the Skowhegan chance at the 2-yard line.
Now that just same thing. One receiver, 2 defenders. Just obviously not a good decision.
So Perkins with the pick. Second turnover of the night. And now we've got a timeout.
Yeah, I think Windham took one here. They want to talk it over, obviously, because you're standing at the 2.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you get the play run successfully, and I would imagine Garrett Winslow would be under center and just fall forward. There is no sense to get fancy.
No, I mean, that is, you should be. Skowhegan, though, I would watch out the, direct snap to Tillery. He's been dangerous tonight.
Indeed. He is capable of going 98. He's gone 71. He's gone 54.
Yeah. We'll get you the total halftime stats, obviously.
So 2 seconds left. And Matt Perkins with timeout number 2. So each team has taken 2. 1 remaining.
It's a real frustrating end there. Skowhegan really starting to find something in the passing game and then just kind of a
youth
jump
at
ball.
Quarterback. These are trying times for Jason Oben. You're going to learn a lot early on. First snaps as a starter in a varsity game. So 1st and 10 from the 2. And Winslow indeed under center. The snap, they do turn and hand it off, which surprises me, and it was Tillery, and that is it for the first half. So a first half thoroughly dominated by Windham as they roll up 28 points in the first half, and our score at halftime from Reggie Clark Memorial Field in Skowhegan. The Windham Eagles 28, the Skowhegan Riverhawks 20, Let's try that again. The Windham Eagles 28, the Skowhegan Riverhawks nothing. Halftime, sponsored by Hammond Lumber Company, is coming up next on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
If you're waiting for a sign that it's time to finally tackle that window project, here it is. Renewal by Anderson's incredible window replacement days. Get all the benefits of Renewal by Anderson's exclusive and easy replacement window process. And save a lot of money while you're at it. An immediate design consultation, exclusive Fibrix composite material windows, and precise installation by highly trained certified master installers. You get it all during Renewal by Anderson's window replacement days. Call Renewal by Anderson today and take advantage of this limited time offer and special financing.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here live at Reggie Clark Memorial Field in Skowhegan. Halftime here tonight. Season opener. It's 28-0 Windham. Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Online at hammondlumber.com. The numbers, when the score is 28-0, tend to favor one side significantly, and tonight certainly is a prime example of that.
Yeah, for Skowhegan, Oben is 6 for 10, 44 yards, unfortunately 2 interceptions. The team has 18 rushes, 52 total yards, 2 for 8 on third down, 6 penalties for 35 yards. On the other side for Windham, Winslow only 2 for 5 for 30 yards, but when Tillery has 11 rushes for 181 and 3 scores, that helps. There are 4 penalties, 34 yards, only 1 for 3 on third down. That's the other thing, too, not a lot of third downs.
No, not a lot of third downs indeed. So the story tonight, Marcus Tillery has been turned loose on high school football defenses, starting with Skowhegan tonight, and he has absolutely terrorized the Riverhawks for 3 touchdowns, a shorty, and then 2 long runs, one of 71 and one of 54, and he has been the X factor here tonight. But beyond that, you look deeper inside when you analyze this, AJ, and Skowhegan's youth and inexperience on the interior line is on prime display. They are getting absolutely manhandled in the trenches, and it shows big time.
Yeah, I think you're seeing on we show the first 2 touchdowns there for Tiller. The first one was the 54 one. I'll sort out the 71-yard one. But I think both sides, right, like you said, big lanes for Tiller. He's getting to the second level, and then he can just jitterbug his way to the sideline and outraces everybody. And then the other side, Skowhegan, just no luck, no success pushing forward the pile. And then as we saw in the first half, anytime they try to get to the edge, holding penalty.
And a little bit of promise there, though, in that last drive. They got it going a little bit. Maybe some coaching inexperience, not taking an earlier timeout and stopping the clock. And certainly some inexperience from Jason Oben on several throws. But that last throw just right there to be picked off, begging to be intercepted. It was by Tobias Perkins. So the youth and inexperience of Skowhegan certainly on display. I think a lot of people figured that early on Skowhegan, with the huge graduation losses, was going to take their lumps, and tonight they certainly are. Score at the half, Windham 28, Skowhegan nothing. We'll run down the halftime scores for you coming up after this, all brought to you by Hammond Lumber on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here live at Reggie Clark Memorial Field in Skowhegan. It's 28-0. Windham thumping Skowhegan here at halftime. Halftime on the score brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is online at hammondlumber.com. Scores at the half around the state, or most of them at halftime, some a little deeper than halftime, and in no particular order. Biddeford and Westbrook, second quarter, tied at 14. Bonnie Eagle thumping. Speaking of thumpings, they're thumping Massabesic at the half, 28-3. Boothbay Maranacook tied 0-0 in the first quarter. In the fourth quarter, in a game that started at 6:30, eight-man football. It's Brunswick over Grey New Gloucester, 40-18. Camden Hills over Moore, 6-0. No point of the game is listed where that one is, I would imagine around halftime. In the fourth quarter, another game that started earlier, Deering 17, Marshwood 7. It's Foxcroft Academy blowing out John Baptist 28-0 at the half. Freiburg Academy and Levitt, a 0-0 tie. That's going to change, believe me. Gardner all over Mount Blue in the third, 21-0. So the Tigers off to a good start. Greeley and Lake Region no score. Herman and Brewer no score. Kennebunk and Gorham tied 0-0 at the half. Here's one of local interest. Lawrence 6, Bangor nothing. Bangor's much better this year. Obviously, Lawrence trying to make up for the loss of Parker Higgins, but they do have Michael Hamlin back. It is 6-0 Lawrence in the second quarter. Lisbon and Belfast scoreless in the first. Messalonsky putting it to Falmouth. How about this one? 21-0 Messalonsky over Falmouth at halftime. Interesting that the two teams that played for the Class B championship last year or two teams that played in the Northern Finals, Falmouth and Skowhegan really struggling so far in 2023. MDI and Mountain Valley in a shootout, 36-26, MDI in the lead there. Noble over EL. EL christening its brand new field tonight. Noble's ahead, 13-6. Oceanside over Cape, 28-6. That's a surprising score. Orono all over Holton, 41-0. Oxford Hills, the defending state champs, starting a new era without Eli Soren there. They're leading Lewiston 14-0 at halftime. Poland and Madison, no score in the second. Scarborough over Sanford in the third, 17-13. South Portland 6, Coney nothing. Interesting score there at the half. Stearns and Bucksport, no score at halftime. Telstar and Dirigo, no score in the first. It's Thornton Academy over Portland. This is one of the most looked at games tonight, 21-14. Portland moving back up to Class A. New coach this year taking on perennial power, Thornton Academy, and giving them all they want. In the second quarter, again, it's 21-14. Waterville, an eight-man football, is ahead of Spruce Mountain 16-0 at the half. It is Winslow and Old Town scoreless here, or scoreless there. They're not here. Scoreless there. It's in the first quarter. And Yarmouth over Mount Ararat in another eight-man battle, 16-6 at the half. So there you have it. The scores and the halftime stats all brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. 28-0 Windham over Skowhegan. Second half action coming up next on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
If you're waiting for a sign that it's time to finally tackle that window project, here it is. Renewal by Anderson's incredible window replacement days. Get all the benefits of Renewal by Anderson's exclusive and easy replacement window process. And save a lot of money while you're at it. An immediate design consultation, exclusive Fibrix composite material windows, and precise installation by highly trained certified master installers. You get it all during Renewal by Anderson's window replacement days. Call Renewal by Anderson today and take advantage of this limited time offer and special financing.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here live at Reggie Clark Memorial Field in Skowhegan as we get set for second half action here tonight in Skowhegan, 28-0. Skowhegan trailing, and they will have to kick off to Windham to start the second half.
That's what the backbreaker, right, of finally getting some momentum, and then you turn it over there and don't get any points, and then you got to turn around and kick it back off to Windham and Tillery.
Exactly. Tillery has lit it up here in the first half. Marcus Tillery, the senior running back, has 11 carries, would you say, for 183?
181.
181 and 3 scores here in the first half. So he has been, without a doubt, the player of the night so far, and the other key, aside from his breakaway ability, has been the play of the Windham interior lines. They have dominated in the trenches on both sides of the ball.
I see Tillery third touchdown as you watch our stream here. That one went for 54. Just
heck of a night, and has great speed and has really good eyes. He's got great vision, gets out where he can use that speed into open space. He's done it to the flanks twice.
Yeah, Wyndham's just done a nice job of opening it up, so he gets through the first point of contact, and next thing you know, he's in the second level, and then he's finding that sideline and outracing it to the end zone. Because he's got, like you said, the 2 long touchdowns, but he also had a 24-yard run early in the first quarter as well. So, 24, 71, and 54, 3 of his carries.
So he has gobbled up huge chunks of yardage in leading his team to this 28-0 lead.
But as you talked with some of the coaches here as we did at halftime, I mean, still a whole another half, but we knew this Skowhegan team was going to have be a bit of a transition. There was a lot of star talent last year that went out the door, and you got to find the next wave up, and not the most seasons. They got to take their lumps to earn that season.
All right. We are ready to roll here in the second half. The kickoff, a short one at the 20, 25. Look out, 30, 35, right up the middle. Barreling is Moody, and Adrian Moody finally caught at the 40 and dragged down at the 38-yard line. He almost broke that one. Adrian Moody, a sophomore, on the return with a big, big return that he got at the 19-yard line. And a 44-yard return. So a great start for Windham.
They start from what looks like about the 38.
At the 38-yard line after a great kickoff return. And here's Garrett Winslow. Back to throw after a play fake. Throws it over the middle. Caught there by Perkins. Perkins right near the 30-yard line. Stopped right there. He won't advance any further. But he picks up a solid 8 on first down. And so it'll be second down and 2.
And you see,
we got a penalty.
Oh, I marked it off already on my stat sheet.
That is a holding penalty. And we've had a bunch of them tonight on both sides.
Yeah, so that's the 5th penalty on Windham, 44 yards.
So that's an ouch for sure. So it takes away an 8-yard gain and backs them up to the 48, where it'll be 1st and 20. 1st and 20, 11 and a half to go in the third. It's 28-0 Windham. Wide to the left side is Aiden Hansen. Coming in motion is Foster. And the turn, as they use some misdirection, they go to Tillery, but actually Skowhegan defends that pretty well. Falardo on the stop. And I guess it's a moral victory when you don't let Tillery take it to the end zone.
I was just going to say, Tillery gets into the second level of the defense, but gets kind of swarmed there. 5 yards for him tonight is a win.
5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5. Winslow in the gun. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to throw it again. Flips it, and it's caught by Perkins. A short gain. Perkins drifting over the middle. He was wrapped up by Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald brings him down at the 39, so it will be 3rd and 11.
Just shy of the original line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 11. Camden Streifel is in the game as a tight end. He's tight left. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Tillery, the lone running back. Back to throw Winslow. Has plenty of time, fires, and it's caught there over the middle by Foster. Foster cuts inside, 1st down for Windham at about the 23. So a solid gain there of about 15 for a 1st down.
How about this? Windham starting to feel confident. Obviously, with the threat of the running back, right, you open up the defense a little bit, but Winslow's starting to find some confidence.
And he certainly is finding protection, and that's huge.
That too, that helps.
He's had plenty of time to throw, and even at the high school level, you give quarterbacks time to throw, they're going to find people open.
To point two, nice easy throws, right? Over the center, see and throw.
Nothing fancy. 1st and 10 from the 23. Handles the low snap. Now has to jump up. Now he's going to run it. Has all kinds of room. To the 20, to the 15, and he rolls out of bounds at the 13. Garrett Winslow recognizing that there was a rush there after the low snap, and he showed some poise there, handled the snap, and then with nobody open, scampered for a pretty big gain that'll set up a 2nd down and about a yard.
We haven't seen him move a ton, and so there he shows a little bit of that escapability, not a focal point of the offense thus far, but shows what he can do.
Got out at the 14-yard line, so 2nd and 1.
Crazy legs Winslow.
Well, he looked like it there. Who's the actual original Crazy Legs? Do you know?
Boy. No.
No Google.
Of course, you had to ask me. No, I do not know. 2
to the right, 1 to the left, the answer after this play. Winslow with Tillery in the backfield beside him. He's going to run it himself. Tillery, a blocker, gets a block. A flag down, though, behind the play. Tillery with a block that did spring him, but I believe this is going to come back. All right, the original Crazy Legs was none other than Elroy Hirsch. Elroy Crazy Legs Hirsch, who played for the Los Angeles Rams in the 40s and 50s, and he could motor back then.
Huh.
Google him after the game. Elroy Hirsch.
Laundry list of working with Mike Violet of people.
You do. You got a lot to learn.
Google, yeah.
You got a lot to learn. All right, 10-yard penalty. So instead of sitting pretty, they are backed up. And backed up to the 21. Still in good shape, though. 2nd and 8. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Tillery, the running back. Back to throw Winslow. Has oodles of time. Lobs it downfield. Right there. Caught. Touchdown, Adrian Moody. A 21-yard strike, and Winslow hits Moody for the score, and it's 34-0.
And how about that as you see the touchdown on our stream there? Starting to see the confidence, right? Establish the run game, and now you're seeing Winslow being able to take advantage of that as we talked about it and just get comfortable.
So Moody with a 21-yard touchdown catch comes at 2:56. And Finn Smith for the extra point. Snap is good. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So Smith is perfect. He has hit all 5 of his extra point attempts, and with 9:04 left in the third quarter, it is 35-0 Windham.
Windham really starting to build something here offensively. Obviously, the game Tillery's had, right? You know that. Teams are going to start focusing on him, and now Winslow's starting to get comfortable, starting to establish a rapport with his wide receivers.
That was a 62-yard drive. It started on the, 38-yard drive. It started on the Skowhegan 38. My bad. So a 38-yard drive. I wrote it down wrong. So it started at the Skowhegan 38 after the fine return.
Yeah, at half, Winslow was 2 for 5 for 30 yards. Now all of a sudden he's 5 for 8 for 71 and a touchdown.
Definitely picked it up as they've decided to open up the offense. And here's Finn Smith to kick off. High kick, not particularly deep, and it's fielded there by Tracy. Tracy up the middle, 20, 25, and the ball might have started to come out, and finally he got slammed down to the ground. On the tackle there was Ethan Nguyen, and it is 1st and 10 Skowhegan at the 30-yard line, and with the score 35-0, that means running time.
After Skowhegan, we saw at the end of the half, seemed like Albin was able to start to find some confidence in the passing game. Just one bad decision, unfortunately, as it goes sometimes. Ended the half with no points, but it was a good sign and hopefully something that in halftime they found some stuff that worked.
1st and 10 from the 30. Jason Oben, the sophomore quarterback, running backs to either side of him here. 5 men on the line of scrimmage defensively for Windham. Direct snap, he's going to run it. Left side, Oben to the 35. Got 5, maybe 6. He's over the 35. We'll give him 6 to the 36-yard line. On the tackle there, Joey Sama.
I mean, that's one thing Skowhegan's not going to lack with Oben and both running backs, right? Power. They've got power. It's just been, I think, the offensive line has struggled to get leverage.
Without a doubt. And there's no question they're playing a much more experienced offensive and defensive line. 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard gain there by Jason Oben. 2nd and 4. I formation in the shotgun. Coming in motion is Austin. A fake to him, kept by Oben. Oben to the 40. He's going to set up, if he didn't make the first, a 3rd and awfully short.
There you start to see Skowhegan getting a little bit of push first 2 runs here.
A little something there, so it's 3rd down and not much. 3rd down and about the length of the football.
They moved the chains.
All right, so it's not 3rd down, it's 1st down. So never mind on that. 1st and 10. Clock running. Running time here, 7 minutes to go in the 3rd. 35-0 Windham. Wide to the left side, Clark Frederick. Wide to the right side is Drake Tracy. Again, 2 backs in the backfield, shotgun formation. 5 men on the line of scrimmage, 2 stand-ups on the defensive end to turn the handoff to the fullback, and that's Fitzgerald, who pounds to a 43-yard line. A flag came out.
That one came in after the play. I can't imagine. Face mask?
Looks like it, and you called it, AJ. It is a face mask on the defense. Question is it unintentional or intentional? Is it intentional or unintentional? And it's intentional, i.e. he didn't let go. So it's a 15-yard penalty on Windham.
Yeah, so give Fitzgerald 2, which got him up to their 42. And then 15 yards puts him up to the Windham 43.
Yep, so the 15-yard penalty makes it 1st and 10 at the 43. 6.5 to go in the 3rd. 28-0. See if Skowhegan can take advantage of the penalty. In the shotgun is Jason Oben. Coming in motion is Austin. Shovel pass, and it is incomplete. That play has just not worked tonight.
Yeah, in theory, right, with how Windham has been able to control the offensive line, it makes sense. You want to get that end up the field, but the problem is the secondary rush has been there, and they've gotten more and more dangerous. He missed one earlier that was close. That one got popped up into the air just around the line of scrimmage. You're asking for an interception.
So it is 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass. And, of course, so many times when you see that play, you want to panic and think that it's a fumble. But it's not a handoff. It's a forward pass. You think of it as a pitch, and so therefore you think of it as a running play and a free ball, but it's not. 2nd and 10 from the 43. Oben hands to the fullback. Bouncing outside is Howard, and Howard stood up by Perkins, and Perkins slowed him down at about the 40. A modest gain of about 3.
Coaching staff over to our right filming, upset because he broke that outside, didn't run through his gap.
I heard somebody just say hit the hole.
Yep.
And there's something to sticking with the design of the play sometimes.
And part of that, right, it's just the inexperience. You as a young player, right, you think, I'm going to get to the sideline, I'm just going to turn it up.
Well, and you also have to remember you're Bryson Howard, and you're not really fast.
That's true. Power is your thing.
Yep, 3rd and 7 for Jason Oben and the Skowhegan offense. They turn, they give it here to Mulcahy, and Mulcahy gets to the 39-yard line, tripped up on the play by a guy whose number I don't have.
Not another one.
Number 82. I'm scouring, I do not have an 82. Sorry.
Let me double-check my roster.
If 82's mom and dad are watching or listening, I apologize. We figured out number 8 was Tobias Perkins.
Nope, I don't have an 82 either.
So it's not just me. 4th and 6, and why not if you're Skowhegan? 4th and 6 from the 39. They need the 33. Back to throw. Oben fires. It is caught. And a first down there for Fairley as he makes the catch in traffic. Got hammered by Anderson. But Akeo Fairley with a first down catch. And who knows, maybe he will be a first-round pick someday. But that was a terrific play because he got stuck after he caught it.
Yeah, 11 yards there. And there's something with him because obviously Skowhegan running the ball. He starts in tight and just kind of leaks out and finds space in the middle of the field. He's got 3 catches, 36 yards.
So 1st and 10 at about the 28. And on the ground they go. Fitzpatrick with some running room, and he breaks free. Excuse me, Fitzgerald. There's too many Fitzpatricks and too many Fitzgeralds in Skowhegan, and as soon as I get one down, they come up with the other one. And so I apologize there. That is, in fact, Asher Fitzgerald, not Fitzpatrick. Fitzgerald. We have a timeout called by Windham with 2:59 left in the third, and the Eagles on top here 35-0.
Finding some, I mean, that's what it is, right? Obviously down 35-0. It has not gone the way Skowhegan wants, but it's about finding positive. It's game one, right? You're going to play several of these. You're not going to win a state championship game one of the season.
Well, and the other thing I want to mention is what I mentioned yesterday when it came to Brewer. Remember who you're playing, all right?
Right.
You're playing Skowhegan, and in Skowhegan's case this year, remember that you're playing a Windham team that did suffer some losses, but not like you did.
No, and then like one of the things we talked about quickly in the pregame too, you counted, would you say 31, 33 on the Skowhegan roster?
Yeah.
It's somewhere 20 to 25 more on Windham, so just a bigger roster, some more options. Makes it easier to deal with some of that attrition.
So after the catch by Akeo Fairley, a first down play coming up here inside the 20-yard line at the 18 for Skowhegan. Their deepest penetration of the night. They're inside the red zone. And a chance to score. So Brad Sear taking all the time he can with his young football team, or his young specialists, that's for sure. Jason Oben, very green at quarterback, has Howard behind him in the backfield. They're going to run Howard. Howard right side. Blast through. Howard to the 10. Howard inside the 5 to the 4. There it is for Skowhegan.
Listening to the Skowhegan coaches cheer is great as well, as they finally saw that hole get hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, we got a player down, though. That might be Howard at the end of the play, laying on his back. The training staff out, and the clock stopping here as we check the time. Brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 2:43 left in the third quarter, 35-0 in favor of Windham.
Yeah, for Howard, I wonder if that's one of the cases, by sheer power alone, going to take more than one guy and maybe land it on the football, because anybody that's had the wind knocked out of him, that is not a fun sensation. And it takes a few seconds, and then you finally kind of come back to your wits.
And landing on that ball is never fun.
Yeah.
There's nothing good about that. So Howard being attended to. And Skowhegan has got something cooking here. Going to be first and goal to go. And he is up. And Bryson Howard, and unfortunately it's not just the wind knocked out, it's the left leg, as you can see. The left leg. And boy, does that hurt Skowhegan. He can't put any weight on it.
I was hoping for just the wind knocked out, but again, by the sheer force, it's going to take multiple guys, and you get multiple tacklers, and it's real easy to roll up an ankle.
So Howard off the field and out of the game, and that is a significant loss. So that means coming in is Aiden Mulcahy, number 5, for those of you watching our video stream. And it's first and goal. Skowhegan with a chance to score. First and goal at the 3. Jason Obin in the backfield with him is Fitzgerald, along with Mulcahy from the shotgun. The turn, the give to Mulcahy, pounds, and off right tackle, didn't get a whole lot, if anything.
It seemed like that was a little bit slow developing for Mulcahy to hit the hole, and Windham doing a nice job, of course, closing it up as well.
They finally get Howard to the bench, and he, I think, is thankful to be there. He is hurting. Second and goal from the 3. 1:55 to go in the third. 35-0 Windham. Going wide left is Tracy. Wide to the right, short side is Austin. In the backfield is Fitzgerald. He's the lone running back. Second and goal from the 3. Direct snap, hands to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald can't make it.
Credit to Windham. Skowhegan seemed to find some momentum here. He's able to open up some holes, but talk about bowing up.
You get a look at Bryson Howard there on the bench, being attended to. Still with a helmet on. I think they're going to get that off now, but back to the field we go. Third and goal to go from the 2. So 2 plays have brought a yard thus far. Third and goal to go from the 2. Flanking out wide left, Tracy. Certainly 2-down territory. Mulcahy, the running back, and the shotgun in the eye. The turn. Mulcahy wrapped up as soon as he got the give. In there, lickety-split, was Tobias Perkins. He blew that play up.
Immediately, Mulcahy did a nice job just hanging onto the ball.
I mean, it's almost like Perkins had as good a shot at the handoff as Mulcahy did.
Yeah. As I'm saying, credit to Mulcahy, because in that situation where you're not maybe expecting contact right away, it's a situation where it gets kind of dangerous, maybe drop the ball there, so heads up on his part.
Fourth and goal to go from the 2. Skowhegan on the right hash, flanking out Tracy wide to the left. Wide to the right is Frederick. The running back, Asher Fitzgerald. Fourth and goal from the 2. Big spot in this game. They're going to throw it. It is overthrown. Wide open in the end zone was Trevor Austin. The ball was overthrown. Boy, he is not going to have a more open receiver all year than Trevor Austin was there for Jason Obin.
As you see, just wide open, fooled him and everything, had it complete.
Absolutely
great chance,
there.
and just
They did everything right until the throw.
Thought too much about it.
Offensive line did a job. Austin did a job getting open, and open too much on it. And so it'll go in the other direction. Windham will take over at their own 2 on downs. So a promising Skowhegan drive that began at their own 30-yard line. So they drove it 68 yards and fell short.
Credit to that Windham front seven. Skowhegan seemed to find some space. It's a nice shot, Galen. You see.
And, as you get a look there at Howard on the bench, and by the way, that ran the clock out for the third quarter. So we are done 3 from Skowhegan. The score, Windham 35, Skowhegan nothing. Back after this on the score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
That is one heck of a moon tonight that hovers over Reggie Clark Memorial Field. And on first down, after the moon, we get back to live action. As on first down and 10 at the 2-yard line, Windham deep in the hole after taking over on downs and maybe a yard or so. So it'll be second down and 9. But that's not a crescent moon, is it? I don't know my moons very well.
No, that's a full moon.
It's a full? Is it a full tonight? All right, it was full 2 nights ago. Galen is all over this stuff, and he knows.
Real quick, was that Tillery on the carry? So
I have no idea.
I was locked in on the moon.
Yes, it was.
You.
Thanks, Mike Mandel from the Sentinel and KJ with the confirmation on Tillery on the carry. So a short gain for Marcus Tillery. And on second down, up the gut they go, and it was Tillery yet again for not a whole lot.
Waning Gibbous.
What?
Waning Gibbous.
What?
That's what it is, waning Gibbous. So basically it's missing
the
the fingernail. Yes.
You knew that? Oh, you looked it up.
You shouldn't have said that.
All right. The kid running the video. What's your name? Austin. Austin, who's running the video tonight for the Skowhegan team.
Video and moon expert.
He's a video expert and a lunar expert. You know, he knows his moons, man. But he also knows how to use Google because he's a kid. And he looks stuff up. And there's offsides on Skowhegan. So I can't even remember what you said, what kind of moon it was. See, that's how quickly.
Waning Gibbous?
Waning Gibbous. All right, I'm writing it down.
So the fingernail part is gone. It's not completely full.
A waning gib. I don't even know how to spell that.
The question I was going to ask you, you asked the one that has sparked a debate. Is it a blood moon, a hunter's moon, a feast moon?
Yeah, 3rd and 6. That's all I know.
3rd and 6.
That's all I know. It's 3rd and 6. Wide to the right side is Ezra Foster, as they have a little bit of room to work with here. 3rd and 6 from about the 7. And rolling out and throwing is Winslow, and it is incomplete, intended for Foster at the 30-yard line. We are in running time with the score 35 points or more with the deficit. So no stoppage of the clock on incomplete passes or possession changes. So it is 4th and 5, and we are going to see something we've not seen tonight from the Windham Eagles. Can you guess what that is?
A fake punt.
We might see that, but we're going to see an actual Windham punt.
That chance here for Skowhegan. I mean, for special teams, right? Beginning of the year, chance here. You get a chance to fall on one.
Briggs Valier in his end zone. Snap is good. End over end. And it's returnable. Did he get a hand on that? Tracy gets back. I think he did, and he gets on the loose ball. He got a hand on that, and he knew it. And he knew the officials knew it. And so he got back on it at the 48. Actually, a good scramble back by Tracy. But Skowhegan with decent field position, 1st and 10 from their own 48.
Now, based on the replay, it's tough to call, but I go with you on Tracy's reaction. I don't think Tracy reacts that way if he didn't touch it.
Yeah, unless he's worthy of an Academy Award-winning performance tonight. He touched that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, we had a penalty on Skowhegan. What was the call?
Holding?
Illegal block in the back. Oh. Okay. I thought he was signaling delay of game. So not that. It is illegal block.
Is that 10 in high school?
Huh? Yes.
Is that 10 years?
Yeah.
So that is the 8th penalty on Skowhegan. 50 yards. The 8 penalties is not good. I mean, if there's a silver lining, it's only 50 yards.
Yeah, but the coach is going to look at the fact that there's 8 penalties.
There's 8 penalties, yes.
And
trying to look on the bright side,
right? And there's, their youth and experience is certainly on display. There's no question about that. Yeah. So it is 1st and 10 from the 39 after the penalty and a shovel. And Fitzgerald, I think, caught that. He probably would have been better off to drop it.
Well, not just that, he had to pull it out of the hands of a defensive lineman.
So if they're going to keep that shovel pass in the playbook, they'd better work on it this week in practice because it's not going well. A loss there of a couple, so it's 2nd and 12. Clock running. 8 minutes left in the fourth. And it's 35-0 Windham.
As Berman would once say, that was almost a rumbling, bumbling, stumbling attempt at a touchdown.
2nd down and 9. They actually got a yard, not a loss of a yard. So 2nd and 9. From the gun. Oben turns, hands it off inside to Mulcahy. Mulcahy drives up over the 45 and still on his feet. He veered off to the right. The pile sort of lost him. And Mulcahy gets to the 49-yard line of Windham, and that's a 1st down run. Nice job by Avden Mulcahy, or Aiden, excuse me. The print on my roster, the little bottom of the Y, the tail on the Y. Can you see that, Austin?
Yeah, mine.
See why I said Avden?
Mine did that with J's.
I'm explaining myself to Austin so he knows that I didn't blow his name. So tell Aiden I didn't blow his name. Yeah. The printer blew his name.
Big time.
1st and 10 from the 49. Aiden Mulcahy. All right, from the gun, wrong quarterback, Oben. Turns. The handoff right side to Mulcahy again, and Aiden didn't get much there.
Maybe fell forward for a yard there. Skowhegan's been able to get some more push here in the second half.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the big thing, obviously, is going to be they had the chance. It was 1st and goal from the 3, and they got a yard in 4 runs.
Yeah.
Or, 3 runs and an incompletion.
Yeah, losing Howard, who, of course, got him the ball down there, crushed him on the goal line.
Well, not to mention, too, they lost in the first half, seemingly.
Robert Van Ettestein, another big back. He left in the first half with an apparent shoulder injury. 2nd and 9 from the 48, and a whistle. And the referee counting players, and are there too many?
He threw the flag, so
do we have time to count them?
4, 2, 4. One came off the field, so if nobody's gone on, so if there's 11 out there now, then there were too many.
Okay, so it was too many men on the field, so that's a 5-yard penalty. Too many men. That would be TMM on my score sheet. And so it goes to 2nd and 14. Clock running, 5:45 left in the fourth. 35-0 in favor of Windham. 2nd and 14 from the 48 of Skowhegan, 47 of Skowhegan, direct snap. And the fake to Mulcahy, the keep here by Oben. And Jason, not a whole lot.
Unfortunately, Windham has been doing a good job getting push all night, and that high snap kind of throws off that timing as he tries to ride Mulcahy.
So a short gain to the 48, so we'll call it 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13, clock down to 5 minutes left in the ball game. And Windham rolling 35-0. Back in with the play for Skowhegan, Caden Pelletier, a freshman wearing number 14. Coming wide left is Drake Tracy. Pelletier wide right. 2 backs in the backfield with quarterback Jason Oben. Oben turns. Oben hands. This is Aiden Mulcahy. Mulcahy back into Windham Real Estate to the 45. It'll set up a 4th and just more than 5. So we'll call it 4th and 6, right at the 45. As we watch the waning gibbous moon up to our left.
Very beautiful.
Just the upper right circular side of it is missing.
Worth noting, everybody's talking about, right, how we get another week of summer next week, but the fog, the moon tonight, kind of a Halloween feel.
Yeah, I'm glad it's going to be like 90 Labor Day just to get rid of this fall feel. I'm not ready for it yet. I love the fact that we're in September, but I don't want to give up the warm summer weather yet. Here's Mulcahy, and he doesn't get the first. So I'm glad that the next 2 or 3 days we're getting warmer weather. And so that'll be a change of possession. And so Windham will take over. Up 35-0. Let's see what Matt Perkins decides to do. And somebody has taken a timeout. It is Windham. Timeout with 3:28 left in the 4th and 35-0.
First, Windham, I think you talk about they're able to recuperate the losses when you have right. You're always, when you lose talent, they lost, I think, their top 2 receivers, their quarterback, their top running back. Starts with finding one playmaker, and I think you can build from there. As you have one player stabs himself, makes it easier for everybody to, quote, fall in their roles. Well, Windham found one.
They sure did, and Marcus Tillery, their terrific tailback, who is certainly something to build around, and you're also developing a new quarterback, a sophomore in Garrett Winslow, who has gotten off some nice throws later in this game.
Yeah, he got a touchdown pass on the night, which I think if you had told Windham at the beginning of the night you're going to throw a 21 touchdown, no picks, still 3:28 left.
Yep, that was a 21-yard pass to Moody.
Yeah, I think you would have taken that. And for the record, the running clock has helped, but Tillery's carried the ball 3 times, no gain.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, 5 yards, 3 times in the second half in totality.
Yeah, he did his damage in the first, and he did a lot of it. 3 big touchdown runs. All right, here's Windham, 1st and 10. And I do believe we have a different quarterback in there, and I can't see the number. It is Perkins playing quarterback. We have a flag down, so Tobias Perkins moves from being kind of a hybrid running back receiver to back at quarterback now. So Perkins, the senior, takes over, but a flag down, and it is on Windham. It's holding,
which will be Windham's 8th penalty. So I would imagine near the line of scrimmage is going to be the full 10. Windham, that's their 8th. Skowhegan at this point has 9 penalties.
Yeah, neither team has covered themselves with glory when it comes to penalties tonight. They both have committed a ton. So that'll be something Matt Perkins will choose to work on this week in practice. We smoked them 35-0, but look at all the penalties you guys committed. I want you to go run laps now.
And for Windham, some bigger ones. Even though they have 1 less penalty, they have, I believe, 26 more yards.
All right, Perkins in the gun. Drop the ball. So Perkins in at quarterback, and after he got the direct snap, he dropped the ball, got back on his own fumble. 2 minutes left.
I think, no, he's getting a play. I thought he was going off to the sideline there for a second.
No, he's getting a play.
Yeah, but he's getting a play.
Yep. 1:54 remaining, 35-0. Well, Skowhegan getting thumped tonight, and your Boston Red Sox have apparently literally thrown in the flag. They're getting smoked by the Kansas City Royals 6-0 in Kansas City. So the Red Sox have apparently just given up.
That is not a good team.
2nd and 20. They are, I believe, the second worst team in the NFL. Bad snap. It's on the ground, but Windham able to come up with it. That sure wasn't the way that play was drawn up.
Fumblerooski.
And it is recovered by Windham.
55 on the carry.
Just like I said, that's not the way they drew that up. For Ethan Nguyen was not supposed to carry that ball. One of their linemen. Anybody wearing 55, not supposed to carry the ball.
I think he got a yard out of that, actually. Put that one on the film. Coach, I got a yard.
Right.
Jumbo sets, just saying.
I think I need to be in the running back rotation, don't you, Coach?
Fridge formation. We're down at the goal line. Fullback right now.
3rd and 20 as the fog sets in. It's a good thing we're not going another quarter.
Turn it to the fog bowl here.
3rd down and 20. This could be the final play of the game. Snap to Perkins. No, it's a direct snap to the running back, and that is the end of that. On the carry there for Windham was Aiden Cofone. And that'll be the final play of this ball game. So it will be a happy bus ride home for the Windham Eagles. They open up the season knocking off the defending Class B champions. Final score in this one, the Windham Eagles 35, the Skowhegan Riverhawks nothing. This is high school football on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here with our videographer Galen Neal as you get a look at the moon over Skowhegan. And Windham was all over Skowhegan tonight, winning by a score of 35-0. Skowhegan won one thing here tonight. That was the opening toss. They won the toss, elected to receive, and it was all downhill after that. Skowhegan down by a score 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. The touchdown scored by Tobias Perkins on a 40-yard punt return on a play where Tobias Perkins was not supposed to be the recipient of the punt. Just getting that punt off was Jason Oben. He did get it off, and it was a low-line drive that almost got blocked, and Perkins caught it at the 40, a line drive, and the sideline literally was wide open, and he waltzed in for the score. Finn Smith with a conversion, 7-0 there. Then Marcus Tilley took over. Tilley, his first of three, scored from 71 yards out to make it 14-0 after Smith hit the conversion. Then Tilley with his shortest, Tillery that is, his shortest run of the night, a 5-yard touchdown run, capping off a short field 27-yard drive. Smith with the extra point. It was 21-0 there. Then Tillery went 54 yards in the second quarter. Smith with the extra point. It was 28-0 there. And then one more touchdown for the Windham Eagles. After each team had a couple of possessions, it was a nice touchdown pass. Winslow to Moody for the score, a 21-yard pass. Smith with a conversion, 35-0 at that point. Skowhegan did drive the ball down to the 2-yard line. They had a first and goal at the 2. Unfortunately for Skowhegan, Bryson Howard got injured getting it there, getting it to goal to go at the 2. 4 plays, and the Riverhawks could not score as Windham was able to hold and took over on downs and ran the clock out. But I think a domination situation here in this opening game for the Skowhegan Riverhawks. Post-Class B championship, a tough night to start.
Yeah, we knew they were going to have to, an inexperienced team, because we talk about they had a lot of seniors last year. But again, Skowhegan, maybe more so than some other programs, their seniors didn't just play one way. So when you lose, almost double-digit seniors that play both ways, it's almost like losing an entire starting 22 to a certain extent. And so even with some seniors on this team, they just haven't maybe played as many snaps as some of the Windham seniors have. I think, and you saw that specifically, Windham has several senior offensive and defensive linemen I think showed up tonight. Final stats for Skowhegan. Albin, 8-14, 56 yards, unfortunately 2 interceptions, 34 total rushes for the team, only 117 yards, 9 penalties, 55 yards, and then the big one, 2 for 11 on third down. For Windham, Winslow, the running clock in the second half kind of shortened the game, obviously, but he went 5 for 9, 71 yards, including a touchdown. But Tillery, obviously, player of the game, hard to argue. 14 carries, 186 yards, 3 scores. He was 11 for 181 in those 3 touchdowns in the first half, barely played in the second. They had 8 penalties, 76 yards, only 2 for 5 on third down. Did not get behind the chains.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was not a factor at all. But the learning curve we knew was going to be pretty rounded for Skowhegan, and we found that out here tonight. The one thing you have to remember is they're playing a very good team in Windham, a Class A team, a team probably with twice as many players out. And so you don't want to lose sight of the fact that Windham is a really tough team to open with. And I think next week when Skowhegan is at Coney, and we're going to have that game for you here on The Score, we will have, I think, a much more representative view of just what Skowhegan is. I know Coney is struggling tonight, losing at last look to South Portland. Let me update that score for you before we go. South Portland leading Coney by a score of 20-6. So we could have a more evenly played game between Skowhegan and Coney next week.
Yeah, and remember to check the archive. Always free live stream and archive, centralmainsports.com. Same place you can find our schedule to find out where we are. We promise we're not just making base camp at Skowhegan. We will be several other places.
We are going to be back here on Tuesday for boys soccer. Skowhegan hosting Lawrence at 3 o'clock. We will have Skowhegan at Coney in high school football on Friday night at 7 from Coney High School in Augusta. Again, all of our games always archived, centralmainsports.com. Click on Vault, and all of them are always absolutely free, as are all of the games here on The Score. So, for Galen Neal, our videographer, and for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying good night from Reggie Clark Field in Skowhegan. The final score in this one here tonight, the Windham Eagles 35 and the Skowhegan Riverhawks nothing. Good night.
This high school sports presentation on the place for local sports, The Score, has been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Joseph's Market, the Harry J. Smith Company, and by Computer Improvements. For all your local sports action, keep it right here on the place for local sports, The Score.